Oh, there's Marianne. Can you hear me, Marianne? Okay. I don't know who's joining us and who isn't. So we'll just hang on a couple of minutes here to see if somebody else joins us. I can't check on my computer. Okay. Whoa. Okay, that was ugly. I guess I can't have all of my devices on at the same time. That's okay. Marianne, can you say something? Can you hear me? Hang on, I got to write a note. Okay, where am I going to put this? Marianne, can you hear me? I have to turn my light on. I forgot to do that. Whoa, let there be light. I cannot hear Marianne. Marianne. Oh, well. I don't know whether she can hear me or not. Maybe she couldn't read my message. Now hold it so that she can see it. Now she's not looking. Marianne, woohoo!
I just texted her and she says, no, she can't hear you.
Okay. Turn on your audio.
I can't see that, so she probably can't either. So I just text her that.
Thank you, because I'm using my phone and I can't text her.
Yeah.
Oh, I could probably message her though. This won't work if she can't hear us,
Yeah.
because then she can't tell what we're doing. I sent her a message. Okay, well, we're going to get started. If hopefully she'll be able to follow along.
Would
So
it
ask,
work if I phoned her and put it on speakerphone?
pardon me,
Would it work if I phoned her and put it on speakerphone?
I don't know, could try. Oops. Oh, you don't want to see this. Move that out of the way.
Hey, we're putting you on speakerphone on my phone and hopefully you can hear that way. Yeah. Okay, so do you want to give this a try? Or put Glenda to talk now? Put it on speakerphone for on my phone? On mine. Okay, and see, so
I can hear,
speakerphone open.
I can hear Marianne now. Can you hear me, Marianne?
Hey, I'll turn the volume up on my computer. Okay. I can't get that whatchamacallit. Okay. Icon. I don't have that microphone icon. Oh, on my phone or on my tablet? I'm doing
On your
this on my tablet.
tablet.
So I've turned my phone up. Can you hear Glenda?
Can you hear me?
Hardly hear you. Well, I can keep my phone on. Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's get started. Janet is also on, but she has no speakers and no camera on her computer, but she's there somewhere. We did a trial. Okay. So 8.5 by 5.5 for the base. Oh, I just had a message from Jeff that she's there. Okay, so you want a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 and then score it at 4 1/4 in the middle. And this piece is going to become the base to the card. You need to see the card again. I need to go where I can see what I'm doing. There we go. So there's the card. And there's the card. Wait, I have to figure out what side the camera's on. There we are. Okay, so it comes apart like this. These are two separate pieces. So this is the piece we're going to make first. And it has place to write on the back. And you can put 1 or 2 pieces on the back. It's up to you which one. Paper trimmer. You need a paper trimmer, some sort or other. So you take the 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece and line your score mark up with the cutting line. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it in. And then you line up that point on the cutting line. So you're going to cut from there to there.
We can't see where you're pointing at, Glenda.
Can you? Okay. So which one are you watching? Are you watching my face or are you watching the one that's pointing down?
I can see you. That's the big one in the middle of the screen.
Okay. Swipe your screen to the right. Do you get a tile view?
No, just a big one, and let's see if I tap that. No.
Okay, down at the bottom of your screen, is there 4 little dots in the middle?
Oops. Get rid of this. 4 little dots. No.
Okay, let me try something else. Okay, I'm going to mute this one. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so which
can hear
picture can you see now? My face or the pointing down one?
Face.
Your face.
Oh, there's the one with.
Somewhere on your screens, there should be a spot that takes you to gallery view instead of just seeing my face, so that you'll see everybody's face. On mine, there's 4 little dots at the bottom, and if I take my screen and swipe it to the left, that's when I get my gallery's view. Now, I don't know what it's going to be like on an iPad.
Mine's on my laptop.
Well, your laptop, you should have everybody then on laptop.
Yeah, I do now.
Okay, so can you see the one facing down?
Yeah, I can now.
Okay, Marianne, can you see the one facing down?
There's a dial-in thing that it said dial in, and do I touch that at the bottom screen that when I first come on? No? Okay.
I don't think
I
so.
can see the cutter with the purple
Okay.
paper.
You can see the cutter and the paper. Good. Sharon, what about you? Can you see the cutter and the paper?
Yes.
I'm hearing very well.
Okay, and so I'm assuming Janet can too. Okay, so.
Just follow the actions.
Well, I'm recording it and I'm going to stick it on my YouTube channel and I'll send you a link. So you want to line up your score line on the cutting track of your paper trimmer and the point down here at the bottom on the cutting track. And we're going to cut diagonally from the score mark down to the point.
Okay. Look,
Yep.
paper.
Yeah, what you should have. Okay, everybody done?
No.
Okay, let me know when you're done.
Okay.
I'll just take a drink of vodka.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're going to twist it and you're going to do the same thing from the score line down to the other bottom point. So you're going to end up with a triangle.
Oh. Just about used the wrong hand.
Yay! Okay, Sharon, did you get it?
Yes.
Okay. So now take your designer paper. And Sharon, I think I cut yours for you, didn't I?
Yes, I have triangles.
Okay. So you have to decide which pattern you want up. And on this paper that I'm using, it's easy because there's nothing on the other side. So if you want the same pattern on both sides, follow what I do now. And if you want it to be opposite, then don't cut yet. Okay, so you want the side that you want facing out, up. The other one, you want it to be down. And you put them together so that you're sandwiching the back sides inside. Then putting them together, you put them into your paper trimmer line, and you have to make sure when you twist it, you're twisting it, just don't cut yet. You want it so that it's set in your trimmer like this. So you're going from the top left corner to the bottom right corner. And make sure you have the right side facing out on both of them. The top and the bottom have to have the right side facing out. See, this is mine. Because you have to cut them opposite or they're not going to fit on your triangles. Yeah, ask me how I know that. How many pieces of designer paper did I go through to I figure this trick out? A lot. So now after you cut it, you're going to have 4 pieces of paper. And you're probably thinking, like I thought, why didn't she just flip it over? Because it doesn't work. And the physics of it has not entered my brain yet. So we had two rectangles, cut them into 2 triangles. And now when you put them down, they look like this. And then when you flip this one from there, then it's going to look funny because this one belongs to this one. But see, it doesn't. They have to be opposite. So if you're going to cut them one at a time, you cut one this way, and then you cut the other one that way. If you're not going to make a sandwich and you want it all to have the same pattern on the outside, you have to cut one from the left to the bottom right, and the other one you cut from the top right to the bottom left. Confusing? If you have double-sided paper and you're okay with having the right side and the wrong side, not the right side and the wrong side. If you're okay having one pattern showing and the other pattern showing, then don't worry about this step. But if you want them all to be the same, then you have to make sure you cut them opposite each other. Okay? Janet, I hope you're keeping up. Send me a okay or a thumbs up. Oh, Janet says keeping up. Good. Yay! Okay. Now we're going to take that purple triangle that we made and fit our paper on it. And then these 2 triangles that we cut off, you're going to fit the paper to the triangle paper. So that's what we're going to end up with. And you can go ahead and adhere all those designer papers to that, to the cardstock.
Glenda, can you hear me?
Yes?
I think I misunderstood something. I have a white triangle and the designer paper triangle.
Can
What
you
do I-
point, can you point your camera at what you're talking about so I can visually see it, Sharon?
Can you see this?
No. All I can see is your ceiling.
Oh dear. Well, I don't know how this works.
Well, just put it over top of your camera's pointing up, so just hold it on. Hey, I can see your head now. So what is,
Okay, we're supposed to be attaching this paper to the cardstock. Are you talking about the purple pieces or the white piece?
the purple pieces?
Okay, then
So
what?
attach it to the card base itself and then the two pieces that we cut off of the card base.
Okay, then what are the white triangles for?
They're for the back. We're not there yet.
Oh, okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Go back to where I can see what I'm doing so that I know that I'm showing you guys what I'm doing. Sometimes I get excited and it gets off filter. Marianne, are you creating along with us or you're just having fun?
I think my phone just hung up.
Uh-oh,
Yep, it did.
uh-oh.
Here, I'll try again.
Technology. Sometimes it works and
We
sometimes it
lost
doesn't.
you.
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
Make sure when you're doing this that you get adhesive right into the corners of your designer paper too. That's where it's going to lift if you don't. Okay, almost done. How you guys doing? Supposed to be talking.
very slow.
It's okay, we have all afternoon. I'm not going anywhere. Is Marianne listening?
Well, she's talking, but I can't hear it.
I can't hear you, Marianne.
Me either.
No, I can see you're talking, but I cannot hear you. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Nope.
Can you hear me, Marianne?
I wish I knew where my chat thing was. Huh. I don't know. There's the chat thing. Okay, who is that that's talking to me now? Hang
That's
on.
me. Oh, I'm chatting to Marianne, hopefully. I was gonna send her, turn her phone on speaker.
Okay, now,
Hopefully that'll get
I
her.
don't want to hang up on you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna have more tape all over everything but the paper.
Somebody wants to join us, so I just had to send her my link. Okay, why did you lose my face? Not that you need to see my face, but there you go. Okay. Has everybody got your designer paper attached to your cardstock?
Last piece going on in a few seconds.
Okay.
I'll be a minute or so.
While you do. Okay. I'm just going to see why. Why you can't see my face anymore. Huh. Okay, that's just weird. Oh, I know. There we go. The camera turned around and you were looking at the case for my tablet.
Lost Marianne again.
Yeah. How are you doing, Janet? Got yours all attached?
Mine's all attached.
Yay, Janet. Okay. Now, Jean. Oh, there's Jean. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. All right. So we're kind of partway into it, but I'm recording it and I'm going to post it on my Facebook site so you can catch up on the beginning at the end. Are you
Right.
creating along with us or you're just joining?
Just watching.
Oh, welcome. How's the weather down there?
Good. Good.
Sunny?
Cool. Yeah, a bit cool today.
Ah. Okay, Sharon, how are you doing?
Almost.
Okay, so for those of you that have already attached yours, hold your card base on the score line and give it a crease. Make sure it's well creased. Now you should have this. Plus these two pieces that are not the same. They're opposite. Opposite pieces. Okay, so now you need your paper trimmer again. Where did I put mine? And you need your base. Fold your base in half. Line it up in your trimmer at 2.5.
2.5?
2 1/2. Now we got to cut down an inch. So if you want to measure that, go ahead. It doesn't have to be precise. I'm just going to stand up so I can see where it starts and how far down I need to go. Okay, so if you run your blade down till it hits your cardstock, then you can tell where you need to start. So I'm starting at 3 1/4. So because it's easier when you're cutting to cut from the center of the paper out, I'm going to lift my arm, keep this at 2 1/2, and I've got it folded in half, so you do them both at the same time, so you get them even. Then I'm going to scoot my cutter down to 4 1/4, push down really hard, and cut out. And remember, you're cutting through 2 sheets of cardstock and 2 sheets of designer paper. So you might have to do the other side by hand if it doesn't cut through, but these new cutters will cut through. So you end up with 2 1-inch slits on the side of your cardstock. Like,
How far did you say you were putting the cutter down?
1 inch. It's 1 inch-ish. If it's not a full inch, it really doesn't matter. And then if you don't get a nice cut, then just take your scissors and follow along and just finish off the cuts like this. I guess Mary Ann's given up, has she?
I lost her again, yeah. And I haven't pulled her back yet.
We have to figure out why her tablet's not letting her hear anything. How you doing, Sharon?
Oh, I'm caught up with you guys.
Oh, good. Janet, are you caught up too? Jean, Janet doesn't have video or voice on her end, so she's texting me. Good. Okay. So we can put that to the side. We're going to do the back, but in a minute. So we're going to work on this part. So if you got a kit, you have a piece of cardstock. And I didn't do any stamping because that is against Stampin' Up! Rules. So you can decorate the front of it however you want. This is Forever Blossom because I like it and it's pretty. I'm just going to die cut it. I'm not going to color it, so not going to make you guys sit painfully through my coloring. I'm just going to run it through my machine as I get it lined up. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to do some coloring on my pieces. So this is the original base that I did. And let me get back to where there. So you probably can't see, I used Purple Posy on some of the flowers. I didn't do all of them. This time I'm going to use Highland Heather because I decided that Purple Posy was not quite dark enough. So I'm going to use the dark Highland Heather. And I colored in the silver ones, not the rose gold ones. But what you guys can do whatever you want. And I'm not going to do all of them. I'm just going to do it so that you guys can see. And I although this paper's gone now, I really like this paper because if you go over top of the embossing, it doesn't turn it that funky color that embossing powder goes when you use blends on it. Okay. So now is when you want to do any of the decorating on the pieces before you do the next step. So now we have to figure out which angle we want it at. So you take your base, and these are going to fit together like this. And one slips in this hole here, and that hole there. And this one goes the other way. Difficult to do, trying to hold it so that it's sitting there. Then you play with it until you get it sitting the way you want it. Oh, come on. All right, I need a paper clip. I'm trying to hold it and do different things. This one goes. So got one going this way, and then you've got one going that way. Then I just put a paper clip on there so I can put these in here. Because, oh, that paper clip works really well. Okay, if all else fails, get your stomach in there to hold it. Okay, so it's going to sit like this. So now is when you decide how steep you want these to be. And with that paper clip on there, it lets you play with things. And then when you get it all together, it's going to sit against these edges when it's open. There, so just play with it till you get it, okay, till you get it looking
Oh,
the way
wow.
you want it.
That's gorgeous.
Thanks. It's the paper. Okay. Then I took it out before I held on to it. So now I gotta put it all back. This is annoying, but that's okay. We'll do it, right? We got all day. It's not like we have anywhere to go. Okay, so when you get it looking the way you want it, and where you have your points so that they're kind of have this in the center, then hold on to it like this. And on the back side, mark it. Because then when we put our adhesive on, you'll know where to put it back onto. How we doing? You guys are awfully quiet. Okay, so now you want to put adhesive inside that area that you've drawn. Make sure you get enough adhesive that once you get the other part on, it's not going to move. You could use tear and tape for this if you want. But when I did my video this morning, tear and tape and I are not having a good relationship today. So I'm not using it. I had to haul out the undo this morning. Okay. You there, Carmen?
I think so.
Sharon?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm just putting tape on.
Okay. Janet? Doing okay? Then you're going to put the other piece back on top of where you drew all those lines. And don't push it down until you're ready. Because once it's down, that's what your card looks like. So it's kind of going to be, yeah, I think I did mine wrong. Well, I got 1 point higher than the other. But that's okay, that's why I used that tape. Don't tell anybody. I think that's better. Okay, there we are. So there's what it should look like by the time you get it all put together and stuck back in the little slits that you made. These down here, these points at the bottom should be kind of equal, which would make these points at the top equal to, or even, or something. Okay, so let me get something so I can put this up on top of this and you can see.
Very nice.
So now just play with it. Push these in until they stop up against your side pieces. Success?
A little lopsided. But I'm fine with that. That's my life.
Aren't we all? Do we color all the silver flowers on all the pieces? Janet, I didn't color all of them. I colored random ones, and yes, on all the pieces. I'll hold this up, see if I can get it so you guys can actually, can you see where I've done random flowers? This one's done, that one's done, this one up here is done. So I didn't color all of them. But if you want, yes, it's hard because of the reflective properties of the designer paper. But if you want all of them done, go ahead. 'Tis your card. Okay, so the basics of the card is done. Now you just have the design, decorating left to do. So what I did, see if I can do this backwards. Is it easier if you see from that camera? Or is it easier for you to see looking down at it?
Looking down.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Then I'll try and prop it up so it doesn't wiggle everywhere. There. How's that? You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So after I color this, I'm going to put it on. I'm going to tuck that leaf in under there. So let me put a piece of tape on there so it sits where it's told. Uh-oh. Derailment. There we are. And then,
Oh, sorry, Glenda. Can you hold it up? It was the other way that I could see it.
this way.
Yes, thank you.
Un momento, s'il vous plaît.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
Not better?
Very nice. Beautiful.
Thank you. All right. So now I'm going to stamp my sentiment on a little tiny piece of Whisper White. And I'm going to use Memento. And I'm going to pray that it's straight. Ooh, not bad. And then that goes flat onto the other piece, the small piece of purple posy.
Will I be able to log in later and watch this again from the beginning?
Yes, I'm going to, I've recorded it, so I'm going to upload it to YouTube.
Okay.
So I'll just write down, Jean, if you send me your email address in a PM, I will email the link to you.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Okay, I've got a note. Hopefully I'll remember to look at it. Okay, so then I'm going to put this. Well, writing the note is a good thing, but the important part is remembering to look at the note.
Remembering, yes.
Okay, so this, I'm just going to slide underneath. Underneath here, like that. And I've just got a bit of tape. You know what? I don't have to have it in the base. There. Just have a little bit of tape on the back. And then the original one, I put champagne rhinestones in, but I've run out of champagne rhinestones. But the good news is that they're available to order again, and all the back orders are being shipped today.
Oh, good.
So I'm just going to use regular rhinestones. And if you want to color them a different color, that works too. So I'll just do one flower and show you. I was watching a coloring video yesterday by Alyssa Tilsner. She was coloring the new ornate flower bunch thing. And she started from dark and went to light. I always start light and go to dark. She did it the other way. So I tried it out this morning. Yeah, it didn't work. There's a reason I start at the light and go to dark. But she made it look so easy. Okay, so I will eventually color all of these flowers. So the original one I did in Purple Posy. This one I'm doing Highland Heather. That's why it's a little bit different in color. And then rhinestones in the center. Yeah, they need color. But you know, you can color them with, what could we use? Oh, maybe the bronze. Hey! Apparently I taught good Canadian. Going to color this rhinestone with bronze and see what happens. Got a hair on it. Oh, that's better. Gives it a bit of color. Not quite as washed out. Not quite as nice as the champagne ones, but it'll do. At least it has color. All right. So now we have to do the back end. So you have a piece of 5 1/4 by 4, and you slice it in half diagonally, and it doesn't matter which diagonal you cut it on because this is double-sided paper. So when you have your backs ready, let me know.
Got 'em.
Sharon, yours are ready?
Yep.
Okay, Janet, good to go for the back? Back, oh, back's done, smarty pants. Okay, so now the back of my card, on one side, I stamped a row of the flowers and then I put champagne rhinestones in it. Now you know why I ran out of rhinestones, because I've used a lot. And then happy birthday on the other side. And you can either choose to put one or both slices on there. Just make sure before you start to stamp on them that you line them up and you're stamping on the correct side. I'm not going to stamp mine. I'll pull them off later and do them. Now, does everybody have an envelope punch board?
No.
The video, I'll give you a link for it. In the video, he says it fits into a regular size envelope. I don't think so. This part fits into a regular size envelope, but there's no way to get this in there. If you wanted to put it in a regular size envelope, then you would have to use magnets or something to put these two pieces together. And if you put two magnets, it would hold, but one would let it flop too much. So I had created a custom envelope for it. All right, so I have my back on, and now I just have to take my scissors and slit the white. So Jean, how are you making out socially distancing yourself?
Oh, just fine. Not a problem. We don't go far. John has a compromising condition, so we have to be careful.
It's for us crafters, it's just like another day in the craft room, isn't it?
That's true.
Okay, so there's the original one. And I'll try to put it up.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Oh, yeah. That's beautiful.
Where it's out of the way so we can make our envelope.
I have promised
There.
myself in the next couple of days to try and do or start doing a video. So
Oh, nice.
I've never done one before.
Once you start, they get easier.
Oh, good.
That's beautiful, Glenda.
That's
The only
gorgeous.
the only thing to remember, Jean, is be yourself.
Yes.
And if things screw up, they screw up. You just
They
carry
say,
on with life.
yeah.
Okay, so there's the envelope. And it's made with 9 3/4 by 9 3/4 inch cardstock. So I used the 12 by 12, Whisper White 12 by 12.
Very nice.
And then I just need to find, there it is. We're making 4 1/2. We're making 4 1/2 by 7 1/2 inch envelope to fit that in there. So you stick, okay, gotta move that out of the way. It's in my way, sorry. Okay, so you stick this into the score line. You start at 3 3/4 of an inch. So put that in at 3 3/4. Punch it and score it. And now, who's doing this along with me? Is anybody making one along with me?
No.
Okay.
I'm looking at the sizing though.
You're looking at what?
I'm looking at your sizing and that and seeing if I can just do it with the scoreboard.
Possibly. So the first score line is at 3 3/4 of an inch. And then, so that one was 3 3/4. Then when you turn it, the next one is at, let me check. My thing doesn't go up that high. The next one is at 6 and something. 6 inches. So try 3 3/4 and then flip it and 6 inches.
3/4.
And then, sorry, I don't want to put this in your face. I want to round the top. The little rounder dude at the back. Do all the folding. This is a handy tool to have. I use it quite a bit when I'm making cards that are odd.
Yeah, it looks good. I'll look into that.
Not that it helps you guys because they're not available anymore.
Oh,
But if we weren't social distancing, I would say come over and make one. So at some point in July, come over and make one. Okay, so this has quite a bit sticking out, so I'm just going to do a pencil mark just slightly above where those points are. And I'm going to cut that off. Maybe it will work in my handy dandy little trimmer. Maybe not. Oh, not quite enough. Come on. This trimmer is nice. I used it when I did my star album the other day, but it's not quite big enough. Works really well with photographs though. There. Why is that different from my first one? Those are not the same shape. There's one. There's the other one. One of these things is not like the other. Oh my Lord. I don't think it's going to fit in here.
I don't think so either.
Nope. Not going to fit in there. So I don't know what I used. So yeah, Carmen, don't do 3 3/4 and 6.
gotcha.
Okay, where's my instructions? Let me actually read. Where's the envelope board? Oh, so I was supposed to make 5.5 by 6.5. That's not what I made. I made
4.5 by 7.5.
4.5 by 7.5. So it should have been way over here. And 5.5 by 6. What did it say? 5.5 by 6.5. Doesn't even there, right there. See, that's the one I should have made. Should have started at 4.5.
4.5.
Hang on, I'm going to get more cardstock. I'm gonna get this right.
No,
Cut it over here because I have to open my trimmer up. Not much room left in my table, right? So cutting at 9 3/4. At least I got that part right. Hey, got it right this time. And we're going to do 5.5 by 6.5. So we're going to start at 4.5. I put my scoring thing away. There we go. 4.5. So Carmen, the first one is 4.5.
Got it.
The next one looks like it's going to be 5 1/4.
5 1/4.
Just let me find a spot on here that I'm not going to make piles fall. Yeah, 5 1/4.
Okay.
And let me know if that works. Be interesting to know if it works. Sometimes you can find these used too. Oh, put it away before I did the flap. Round the flap. We're almost back to where we were. There we are. Okay, so then I'm going to cut that little bit off. Cancel. Oh, wrong side. Interesting. Yeah, right. Maybe this is the side that I put in. Nope. I don't know. Just going to hack off a hunk. Then you put it together. Like that. And then your card, when you go to put it in, you have to separate it. So that piece goes in, this piece goes in, and then you have to send a whole bunch of instructions for people how to put your card together. And I'll put the cherry blossom or apple blossom or whatever kind of blossom it is. I'll put it on there before I use it. And don't lick your envelopes anymore. Use your aqua painter. Just close your envelopes. Because then they're less likely to have COVID on them than if you use your spit. What they're telling us. Okay. So did you manage to make your card if you were planning on making it?
Yeah, you just gotta color it now.
Let's see.
Decorate.
Hold it up.
Oh, it's done.
Woo! Purdy.
And I haven't, that's all I've done to the back so far.
Yeah.
I gotta do this part yet. I figured I can do that later. And I started coloring this.
Sharon, have you got yours done?
Not finished yet.
Oh. Hey, why did that show up? Oh, Lorraine, I can't answer you. Somebody's calling me on Zoom. She's going to have to Hold on. There. So I'm hoping I'm still recording. Yeah, I'm still good. I remember, Jean, I remember to record it. That's the first step.
Yay!
Sometimes I get these things done and then I think, oh, well, that would have been nice if I had recorded the whole thing.
Oh my.
It's not like Facebook Live where it automatically records it for you. This one you have to remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes the remembering doesn't happen.
That's a beautiful card.
Thank you.
Sure is. Think I should send it this way? All held together with a paperclip.
Sure. Why not? That way you don't have to send instructions.
Yeah, really. Have to send it in a box.
Yes, could do that. It would probably cost you about $18 or $19 to mail it though.
Yeah, usually, but well, something like that, probably about 15, yeah.
Hopefully Canada Post is not going to stop mail. I heard the other day that New Zealand is in a stage 4 lockdown, which means no mail in or out.
Whoa.
There's no mail at all happening over there.
Yikes.
Oh, I forgot to put my bow on. There's the bow. Pretend it's on.
Okay. Okay. Well, thanks, Glenda. I'm going to sign off and I will watch this later on YouTube.
Hey, send me your email address and I'll make sure I send it to you.
I'll send it in Messenger right away. Thanks again.
Thanks,
Okay.
Jean. Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you
Oh.
very much, Glenda.
You're
How do I
welcome.
leave?
You're off now.
Janet, how you doing? Are y'all done? Get your card finished? Oh, good. You're very welcome. Anybody got any questions?
No.
Poor Mary Ann.
Be interesting to see how that envelope turns out with.
With the right directions? I'm finding a piece of
Well,
paper.
with
so I
the,
can
just
write
using
Mary
the
down.
scoreboard,
Pardon?
with just using the scoreboard.
Ah,
I have made envelopes that way before, but you've given me some ideas about finishing it off a lot better than I usually do, so that's great. Very good. Well, thank you very much.
you're welcome. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Thanks, Glenda. I'm signing off now.
Thanks, Sharon. Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Okay, I'm going to end the meeting now. Thanks so much for joining me. See you
Bye.
all soon in my craft room. Bye.